Welcome to the Sovereign Muse Reset. So, this is not a class. This is a consciousness recalibration ritual. And we are going to explore three things inside of this beautiful practice. We are going to explore working with the power of our imagination, shifting into our next level identity, and really embodying the wealth that is available to us in this world and the abundance. I have created this freedom lifestyle through my coaching, through my creative wellness workshops, and I really am just so grateful for all of you, my beautiful clients who make this possible and who are also doing the same, making a huge impact out in the world. So most women, most entrepreneurs, coaches, and creatives don't struggle because they lack the talent or the intuition or the creativity or the leadership skills. They struggle because they haven't fully stepped into the version of themselves that is meant to receive what they desire. So we work a lot with strategy inside of Muse Mastermind, but this workshop is about the energetics and the identity and the imagination and the creativity that goes hand in hand with the strategy. So I'm super excited to share this with you today. So if you have been circling ideas, if you've been holding back from choosing your next level offer, or sensing that your future, I feel it, 2026, that the future is even bigger than your current identity, this Sovereign Muse Reset is for you. I'm Hilary Hahn, an artist, a retreat curator, and the founder of Muse Mastermind, where we combine imagination, wealth, and creative leadership to become one living field. This is not a training. This is a recalibration of who you are willing to be, because imagination is not fantasy. It's your future asking you to meet it. So I want to first invite you to allow your mind to soften and allow yourself to really see the person, the woman, the coach, the leader that you're becoming. So first, we're going to just ground in. We're going to do a little nervous system reset. And so go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. So just go ahead and close your eyes, find a comfortable seat. And before anything else happens in this training, I want you to allow your body to fully arrive before your mind does. I want to invite you to slow down your breath. And so take a deep breath in through your nose. Inhaling and exhaling through your mouth, and placing your feet firmly on the ground. You might desire to have one hand on your heart and one hand on your abdomen. And I want to just remind you that you don't need to figure out anything today, that you're here to fully receive all of the benefits, kind of like in Reiki, all of the benefits of this training. Just drop it and breathe into your heart space and your abdomen, your lower belly, breathing in deeply and fully. Allowing yourself to soften even more. And then releasing on the out breath. And again, releasing anything that maybe has already happened in your day, or maybe it's morning and you feel like you have all of these different things to accomplish. And we're going to collapse time today by being fully present during this training. So breathe in again, deeply and fully, expanding, and then releasing. Shifting out of the doing again into a deep level of receiving. I'm going to take you through a 2 screens activation. This is one of my favorite ways that we can just begin to work with your beautiful power of imagination. And in this activation, you're going to see the future you and where you would love to go in 2026. So we're just at the beginning of the journey. You can think of it with your eyes closed as sprinkling seeds into the fertile, either winter. It's winter here in California. Doesn't look like it. It's so sunny outside. Sprinkling seeds and planting seeds in the soil. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes as I start up this two screens activation. This is going to be one of the most powerful parts of the experience. And I love to do it. So on the left, you're going to see your beautiful life. And I know a lot of us are very proud of what we've created so far in all of the different details and facets of your life. I want you to see yourself like how you move through the day, how you move through the week, all of the beautiful things that you've created, your clients, your relationships, your relationship with money and abundance. I want you to see on this movie screen the way that you create and make decisions. So, how do you make decisions? Do you take a little more time, right? And it's not about judgment, it's just about having awareness of the life that you've created. So, I want you to allow your life to play on this movie screen to the left. So, just allow it to play for just a minute so that you can truly, truly see everything that's happening on this beautiful screen, which is your life. And then allow some details to come into focus. And it has everything. It has the things that are less preferred and less desired, has the things that you are really happy with and really satisfied with. And then I want you to now move your attention to the screen to the right. And to the right, the screen that appears, it's like your life to the left, but it's actually your dream life. And so to the right, what I would love to project to the screen on the right is the future you. It's the you that has achieved maybe the things that you have in your heart that have been dropping in for you, the goals and the visions and the impact that you've been really excited about and really feeling into. Maybe there's a new course. Maybe there's a new offering. Maybe there's a new pathway or a new income stream that you are manifesting and cultivating and creating, right? So on this movie screen to the right, I want you to soften your awareness and deepen your awareness even more and just take like one more deep breath in here. And exhale it even longer and even smoother. And what I want you to see on the screen to the right, I would love for you to tune into the version of you that has more ease, who maybe lives in the place that you really want to live, or if you're already living in the place where you really want to live, then maybe you've done some different things to the spaces in your home, or maybe your office where you coach, or maybe it's the work that you're stepping into. And on this movie screen to the right, I want you to see how people are responding to you, how your clients are responding to you, how, if you could turn the volume up even more and just amplify it, what are you embracing and breaking through to? I want you to observe how wealth feels to you, how you're living in different states of, abundance and joy and impact and creativity. And the interesting thing I want you to notice is there anything on this movie screen to the right that is different that isn't on the screen to the left? Because oftentimes when I do this exercise, I see a lot of the same things because I'm really happy and really inspired by the life that I've been creating and manifesting. But what details are on the screen to the right? I want you to tune into those new things, those new details. And I want you to notice which screen feels more like you, the one to the left or the one to the right. And if it's the one to the left, as we begin to shift now more into the movie screen and the moments and the experiences and the vision of the screen to the right, I want you to start to see the two screens to begin to move toward one another. And it's like if you could allow them to simply overlap. So no forcing, just a blending of the two screens. This isn't you becoming someone else. This is you remembering what's meant for you in this lifetime, all the beautiful things that you are integrating and becoming. And I want you to see the two screens completely overlapping now and all of the new details on the screen. And if they're like very different, just notice how they merge together so beautifully, like a tapestry, they weave together. And as they merge, we're collapsing time, we're quantum leaping, and we're moving into the new identity. And so what I want you to notice now is in that new identity, the ease, the lightness, all of the additional touches and flourishes of beauty and the moments that are meant for you. I want you to allow them to come into this screen now and just bring it into focus and just now tune back into your heart space. And if you'd like to, you can place both hands on your heart and just like notice how you're feeling. Like maybe you got a feeling of excitement. Maybe it's a feeling of overwhelming gratitude. Maybe it's a feeling of joy. And just notice that anything that you can imagine, that you can create in the screen of your imagination is just one step or two steps away from coming right into your physical reality. I want you to breathe into this sensation and feel your chest expand. So breathing in, feeling it expanding, and then exhaling, releasing, relaxing. And as you're ready, coming back into the present moment with your 2 feet planted on the ground. I always say that we manifest with both feet planted on the ground in our present reality. And we notice these little details, these beautiful, magical things that we'd love to bring into our present reality. And that's how we bring them in too. If you had something really magical to share, you can of course share it. Now, the letting go ritual, I love to do at this time of year. And if you have a little journal or something to write in, it's going to be very helpful. The reason I like to do the letting go ritual is because we need spaciousness. And we need that spaciousness to really call in what wants to come through. And so that's why I started with the 2 screens, because if there was something on that screen to the left in your existing reality that just felt like it was no longer aligned, it didn't need to come into this year of the fire horse. So if you're inside any of my group programs or even my newsletter, then you know that we've been talking about the year of the snake and the shedding and how I believe it was the wood snake really burned away. In LA, it really started with this chaotic moment of wildfires here last January and really cleared a path for anything that was no longer aligned. And I'm not saying that the fires did that. I'm just saying that's it's a very physical and symbolic representation of a shedding or a clearing. You can also think of the imagery of a snake, the wood snake. So in the past year, you might have noticed yourself shedding and releasing and letting go of many, many things. But in the next year, the fire horse, this is the time to gain speed and to gain momentum and to start to really usher in the new earth. As you know, I work with new earth leaders. I work with the women who are midwifing and who are helping to birth the new earth and bring that frequency here into our physical reality and onto the planet. Okay. So what I would love to offer to you is that imagery of letting go. Is there anything else still lingering? So according to the Chinese, the Lunar New Year is not until February, I believe. So we have or maybe late January, we have a little bit more time for this shedding before we'll feel like we have fully arrived into the new year, the year of the fire horse. So what I would offer to you is to continue to release and continue to let go and purge. And so this is the letting go ritual. We are going to be dissolving any patterns, identities, or expectations that are keeping you on the old movie screen that just don't feel aligned with where you're headed. And this is where Sovereign Muse becomes a recalibration, not just a visualization. So before we step fully into the future that you saw, we're going to release what no longer belongs to you. Not because it's wrong, but because you've outgrown it. I love to look through old photos, to look through photos from the past 2, 3 years, even 5 years, because it's such a powerful practice to really see growth. Like sometimes we don't recognize our growth from a day-to-day, daily basis, right? So I want to invite you to take a minute to write down what you are ready to release. And before I give you all the different ideas and things that have dropped in for me and my clients, I want you to take a moment and really think about what's on the screen to the left that just no longer aligns, that you're ready to release and let go of in the year of the fire horse. And I like to turn on a little bit of music during the journaling moments. You might be releasing a part of you that overthinks. It might be a task that no longer feels like something that you want to bring in. It might even be an older offering that you are ready to let go of and retire so that you can step into something new. You might be releasing a version of you that doubts or isn't in full confidence in what you're doing. It might be a version of you that works harder than you need to, or even a version of you that feels unsafe receiving more abundance, more opportunities, speaking on a bigger stage. And I want you to just feel those things in your body. If they live somewhere in your body, I want to invite you to breathe into them and really let them go. Visualize yourself softening, letting go. Notice if there's anywhere else in your body that is holding this. Perhaps it's your jaw, shoulders, your lower belly, even if there's some tightness, your chest, and anxiousness. I'm going to invite you to take another slow breath in. Just allowing that tension to fall away and melt away and drop. This is your nervous system unwinding. Just letting go. As you're ready, you've come to the end of your beautiful list of things that you're ready to release, to let go of, to create more space. You can cut the cord. You can use your hand to cut any cords that are attached to you. Could be an energetic cord. And so take a moment. And if they're cords to your past self, to an older version of yourself, I would love for you to thank her. You can close your eyes to do this. You can bless her. You can say, thank you so much for bringing me to this beautiful moment, the present moment, which is a perfect moment, to where I am today. And I want you to allow yourself to release her and to let her go. And then imagine setting down, like if you have a bag, anything that feels heavy, maybe you could put some marbles or some stones of the things that you're letting go. And I just want you to feel yourself picking them up and placing them into this bag or maybe it's a beautiful basket. I don't know. I'm by the beach. You're putting these stones from the beach that you've been carrying into the bag. And then as your bag becomes more and more full with the stones, I want you to just allow yourself to set that heavy bag down and to leave it somewhere. You can leave it on the beach and then just walk away slowly and gracefully, feeling the sand beneath your toes, beneath your feet. And then as you're ready, I'd love for you to open your eyes. And if there's something that you were very happy to let go of, you can share that with me and let me know what it was that shifted for you or released. You can also drop it into the chat. We're going to move into part 3 of this wealth, identity, sovereignty activation. And part 3 is really important. And I love this exercise. I first began this practice in a subconscious manifestation mastermind that I was a part of, and it's very powerful. It's called the 25 moments. And maybe in masterminds past, I've had women do this like at the very beginning of the past mastermind. I don't think we did it this last round of Muse. So I'm really excited to share this practice with you. And so what the 25 moments practice is, we're going to take just a few minutes to program the subconscious with the expected reality. These moments will happen. You will find yourself living inside of these moments in 2026 and beyond. And this works almost 100% of the time. Every time that I do this, I find myself living out these moments. So putting yourself in the state of your imagined reality. It's a very powerful practice. And I love to go to places where I feel like I'm living out my visions, the visions that I'm having in the imagination. That's what makes my mastermind so different than traditional business coaching, is oftentimes traditional business coaching leaves out the energetic element and also doesn't bring in the work, the powerful work of our imagination to create the reality that we desire. So in this next practice, we are going to write out your 20 to 25. I love to do 25 because I feel like you kind of have to blow past a ceiling of moments. And I want you to take a moment and write down 25 dream magic moments that you are calling into your physical reality. So it's not really a goal, it's a moment. The difference between a goal and a moment, goal is like something that you want to achieve. A moment is something that you want to experience. And so the experience of walking into a room with all the women on retreat gathered around the table, or the experience of this, like last night, my family were playing this game and my son was being so silly and he was making us laugh so hard, right? So I know I want to have another moment like that where I'm just laughing so hard. So sometimes we think that we want to hit, a 10K month or a 20K month or a 100K month. But what we really want is we want the magic of the moments that we will experience when that monetary amount happens, right? Or when we create the time or the spaciousness to do all these things that we want to do with the people that really matter to us. And that can include our clients, right? Like all of the beautiful moments, the magical moments that we desire to have with them in the conversations as well. And so what I invite you to do is I invite you to imagine the 20 to 25 moments. And they can also be from that the screen, the movie screen to the right, the moments that you saw yourself in that lived reality, which is part of the reason why I did that exercise early on. I want you to bring those moments now into your journal pages. If you're watching this, you need to pause the video, and right at the moments. And sometimes 25 can feel like a lot. I've even tried to go to like, if you're really into this, you can try to go to like 50. And I want you to hang on to this because later in a month, in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, you'll look back at this list and you'll realize that you're already living out your dreams. So if you have any moments that really were activating in you, the first thing I want to invite you to do is I want to invite you to select one. Okay. Just pick the one that's like really lighting you up right now, that really, really excites you. And I want to just invite you to close your eyes. And I love that my coaches love to meditate. So close your eyes and just take one of those moments. And I want to invite you to step into that moment. And this is just going to be a micro, super, super tiny meditation, but step into that moment. Look around you. See it through your eyes. See it through your third eye. See it and feel it and sense it in your heart space. Allow it to really spread throughout your entire body so that it's embodied. You're bringing the moment into the body. And it might be an expansion of a moment that you've had in the past. It might be something that you've already experienced that you're really expanding and like just breathing into and feeling even more like you're going to expand that moment and stretch it out in time. And you can ask yourself, who are you in this moment? How do you feel? How do you move through the moment, through the space? How do you think? What's your mindset like? How do you think about the world and how do you see the world? Let that come into focus. What do you expect to happen next? And what, if anything, do you no longer desire or tolerate? What is the boundary? What is not up to standard any longer in this moment? And then, as you're ready, you could open your eyes because your imagination isn't a fantasy, it is your reality blueprint. It's a blueprint of your dreams coming down into the physical reality. And then I'm going to share a final closing integration with you to really just cement in everything that we've done, everything that we've created. After this training, I would invite you not to rush back into the noise or to maybe just take your time a little bit more today. I know as a mom, I was in mom mode earlier and I was really rushing, right? Because that's just part of my reality is that I have a lot of different things, right? That I'm kind of managing, you know? And so can you move more slowly? Can you breathe more deeply and allow this Sovereign Muse activation, allow this reset to fully, fully integrate? I want you to breathe in and to feel how you're feeling right now, where you are right now. And the state that you've touched isn't something to just visit, it's a state that you can live from. There are some different paths right now. Right now, for the first 3 months of the year, I'm holding a very intimate Muse cohort for the next 3 months. It's a space to really integrate the frequency of your business, your identity, and your daily life. And then in March, I've decided to open a longer Muse journey. And of course, the people that are in now can actually go on the longer journey if they desire to. But it's for women who are really building their next chapter and who want to just have this place of sovereignty and not struggle or hustle, and who want to be inspired by the other women that we meet with in the group. So there's nothing to decide right now. I will give you information on other ways to work with me and to, you know, including my retreat. Some of you are already going to be on the expansion retreat and the frequency retreat in the south of France, which is happening in the fall of 2026. And some of you are going to be journeying in the mastermind. So I want you to just notice what your body is saying. And if that sounds interesting to you or you're feeling the pull, feel free to reach out. I want to thank you for joining live. If you came live today, and if you're watching the replay, feel free to share in your stories. Feel free to message me on Telegram and let me know what shifted for you specifically inside of this Sovereign Muse reset.